On today's episode of The Front Row, we are in the offices of the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra downtown in the Lubbock Cultural District, and our special guest is Lee Schrader. Lee, welcome to The Front Row. It's so great to have you. And you are associated with the Lubbock Youth Orchestras.
Yes, I'm the manager for the Lubbock Youth Orchestras.
Which is now under the umbrella of the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra.
Correct. Yes.
So tell us a little bit about you and your journey that has brought you to manage these kids.
Okay, well, I started out as an orchestra kid myself. I was part of the Lubbock Youth Orchestras when I was in my teen years, so back in the 90s. And now I am a parent of an orchestra kid, and I started out as a volunteer, and now I am the manager of the youth orchestra.
Well, you do a great job.
Thank you.
And I can say that because I've worked with you on a couple of little projects,
Yes.
And you're just ideally suited to
Thank
this job. And you're so organized. You work with the kids so well.
Thank you.
It's the program's just going to really go full great guns.
Yes, this year's registration has just blown up. I'm so excited. It's going to be an incredible year.
Well, it's so interesting because, when kids get on fire about something, then it becomes the thing, and all
Yes.
their friends want to, you know what I mean? It just
Yes.
really takes off, and you've been right in the center of that.
And it's been great. I owe it all to an amazing group of people that I work with, but I've enjoyed every minute of it so far.
Good. How many youth orchestras are there at the moment?
Right now we have 3 main orchestras and then 2 split off groups, a wind ensemble, and then this fall we are starting a tango group.
Great.
Yes.
Right. So when you do something like that,
Mm-hmm.
how do you find people to lead the ensembles? How do you discover talent?
So in this case, our tango orchestra manager his name is Chase Olivier, and he owns Robinson's Strings, and he came to us with this, and so he wanted to run the tango orchestra. This is something he and his wife Catherine Olivier, who is the orchestra director for Hutchinson, have done in the past. They've run this tango orchestra, and so this was a perfect time to incorporate it into the youth orchestras.
See, I knew you would find just the perfect person
Yes.
for this, and they are absolutely.
They really are.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he does so many things in our community. It provides instruments to people. I mean, he really is a great foundational person for orchestras in general.
It's perfect. Yes, honestly, it's a match made in heaven with the youth orchestras. Yes.
Right. So tell me, when it comes to youth orchestras, I suppose there's several things. One is it's training ground, I suppose, but also a chance to get experience and learn to play. What are some of the things that you want to accomplish with a youth orchestra?
We want to show the people of Lubbock that these kids are incredibly talented. It is so important that they have that community support from the start, so that they can see that this is something that is more than just a class they take at school, and this is more than just a little hobby. This is a big deal, and especially like when we get to do the side-by-side in the spring with our symphony kids, this is kind of a lead up into these kids going into the symphony orchestra after they graduate.
Right.
So
Well, they see an audience out there and they're like, oh my gosh, people actually want to come here and enjoy this. Right?
absolutely,
It's
yes.
big. Yeah, that's great. So what about kids who are like, well, I want to do that. How do they get involved? How do they audition? What's the process?
So we have registration that goes on from usually early April until right now in the middle of July. July 12th is our last audition date. And our registration stays open through that entire time. And they can go online and they can register there. And they have the information on the auditions and what's expected in the auditions on that website. And it's LubbockYouthOrchestras.org. And it's just very easy to find. But we highly encourage any of our kids, anybody who's interested, to go there and look at like kind of the different excerpts that are expected for each different orchestra. And then they can register there and sign up for an audition time. And then they come in and they audition for us. Honestly, it is not that scary. There are 5 of us in the room, and I think that could be kind of daunting. But at the same time, we're not there to say you're either in or out of the orchestra. It's more of, where do you fit in this orchestra?
Right.
So
Great. And do they need to have any kind of credential? Do they need to be enrolled in an orchestra class?
They don't have to be, no, because
Okay.
we have kids from everywhere, all kinds of schools, homeschooled, and we don't require that they be part of an orchestra. We would love for them to be part of their orchestra or band in their school, obviously. But if they don't have one of those, or if for whatever reason it doesn't fit into their schedule, it's not a requirement.
Okay.
The only requirement we have is that you be able to read music and know how to play your instrument with that music.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. How many concerts do you have planned?
We have 2 concerts for the year. We have one in the fall, which will be on October 18th, and then we have one in the spring, which will be on March 7th.
Okay. What's the time requirement for somebody who wants to play?
So if you want to play, we have a workshop at the beginning of each semester that's a whole Saturday, and so it does require that full Saturday. And then on Sundays from 2 to 5, and it's just 2 months, August to October, and then again from January to March.
Okay, so they get time off too.
Yes, yes. You get your holiday seasons and like the end of the semester where you're trying to get ready for finals and whatnot. So
Right.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Well, that just sounds great. And then the big side-by-side concert.
Yes,
too.
the big side-by-side, which is on April 16th this
Okay.
year. And they're going to be playing some very fun pieces that they're all really looking forward to.
Right. Well, I just remember being at the last one and seeing, the kids playing in the principal
Absolutely.
chairs.
Yes.
And leading the orchestra. I just thought that was
Yes.
and they just seemed to be having the time of their lives.
Oh, they're still talking about it, and it's amazing, and they want to do it again. So I am so excited. We had 36 kids in that concert, and they were all from our symphony orchestra, and we'll do it again this year, and I'm really excited to see that happen.
Excellent. Tell us once again the web address where people can get more information.
Absolutely. It's Lubbock Youth Orchestras with an S.org.
All right. And the other thing we want to talk about, during this week of Front Rows, I'm trying to get around to all of the LSO personnel because this is the week that we're really pushing for season tickets.
Yes.
And so why is that important for the symphony and for the youth orchestras?
Well, obviously, when we fall under the umbrella of the symphony, it's really important that all of our concerts, the LSO concert and the LYO concerts, are highly attended. It's important for our financial goals, and because we don't charge for the orchestra concerts for the youth orchestra, it really all falls to the symphony.
Mm-hmm.
And so we need the symphony tickets to be sold so that we can pay for our concerts as well.
Right.
Besides the fact that we would love for everyone to come to our concerts as well as the LSO
Right,
concerts.
right.
So
Or to attend everything.
absolutely.
And season tickets are the way to do that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
So that is LubbockSymphony.org, where you can purchase season tickets, which will get you into the LYSO concerts,
Yes.
and which everybody wants to enjoy, and of course support all our kids that are doing such a great job.
Yes.
And Lee Schrader, I just want to thank you so much for being our guest on the show today. It's so fun to be with you, and I love your energy and enthusiasm,
you.
which rubs directly off on all those kids.
Yes, it does.
And so it's really great. So thank you very much for being our
Thank
guest
you.
on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.